Okay, here we go. So I want to get started as soon as possible. After this, we are having a power hour / invite sesh. I know I'm going to be really focusing on sending as many invites as possible to kick off the month strong. But before we get to that, we have our Team Liberate Diamond University. This is only our 3rd time running it. It's my 2nd time running it. Kelsey did it last month. So I appreciate you guys being here and tuning in, and hopefully you are able to take something away from this and apply it to your business as soon as possible. So we're going to start by saying, what is Diamond Coach? So this, if you've been here for a while and you've tuned into the push to Emerald call, this is very similar to that. It's obviously just taking it to that next level and talking about, it's basically like a push to Diamond. Even if you're not in Emerald yet, I think it's a great idea to tune into this call and to kind of see what's down the line for you. So Emerald is around the corner. Hopefully you have a game plan to get there. And then what's going to be next? It's always good to think about the next step. So what is Diamond Coach? I love this visual. I think I stole this from Randy. So if you think about like this being yourself up here as the diamond icon, everybody has a left leg, everybody has a right leg in this business. To get to diamond, you need to have 4 active, I'm going to go back to that in a second, but 4 active personally sponsored coaches on both your left leg and your right leg. So if you were to go into your coach online office, if you've been a coach for a little bit now, and you were to go into your sponsorship drill down in your coach online office, you would probably notice that there are, whichever leg is your strong leg. And again, I can't tell you which is which. It just depends where you are in the genealogy of your coach who sponsored you. But if you look on your strong leg, it's likely that you have coaches there that you didn't put there. Meaning, like if I am your coach and you've been a coach for a little bit, you haven't signed anybody up yourself, or you've only signed up one person, but there's some other people underneath you. That's because the team is helping you build that leg. Those are not your personally sponsored coaches. So those people don't count for you to get to diamond. To get to diamond, you have to have 4 people that you yourself have brought onto the team. In addition, they have to be what we call active, meaning that they are getting enough PV or personal volume or team volume, if it's, depending. They need to be ordering or accumulating enough volume to keep themselves active for that month. As an Emerald, you need 50 volume points. And then I think as a coach, it's 50. And then as a Emerald, it's 90. And Diamond Plus, it's 100 personal volume points to be active. Now, most people fulfill that requirement by drinking Shakeology. We talk about being a product of the product, using the products. A bag of Shakeology is 90 PV. So if you have that on auto ship on Home Direct, that's fulfilling that requirement anyway. And then never mind if you were to get things like Beach Bars and Energize and all that fun stuff. So 4 on the left, 4 on the right, personally sponsored and all active. Now, it's likely that people are going to, fall off, or somebody's going to decide to skip their Shakeology this month, or they decide that the $16 coaching fee isn't worth it, whatever. People are going to fall off. So I like to add what I call buffers. You need buffers in this business so that you are not, your diamond status isn't dependent on these 4 people staying active. So if somebody, goes away, if somebody decides coaching's not for them, somebody decides that they're allergic to Shakeology, whatever, you can maintain your diamond status because you're not depending on them. So you don't want to just have the 4 people. 4 is great. It's going to help get to diamond, but you want to have at least 2 more people so that you're not always like stressing about like if Sally's going to go inactive or whatever. In addition to those 4, so we have 4 here, 4 here. One of those coaches on either leg has to be an active Emerald. Now, you're probably an Emerald, or you're getting close to being an Emerald, so you are probably familiar with what an Emerald is. An Emerald is a coach who has 1 active coach under them on each leg, 1 active personally sponsored coach on each leg. So Emerald is 1 on each leg, Diamond is 4 on each leg. Once you get to Emerald, Diamond is like getting to emerald 4 times. You're just getting to emerald 4 times. So you need to have one working coach on either leg. So when you're going to sign up coaches, whenever you have people who are signing up, you want to, none of us have a crystal ball, but you want to there's a little bit of a strategy in thinking about where you're placing your personally sponsored coaches. Like whatever, like I'm signing up a discount coach right now. And even now, 4.5 years later, I still go into my coach online office. I still look at my genealogy and I look at and see where I need more people, especially if it's somebody who is thinking of building the business. You want to, so if you have your, oh my God, your controlled business center. Sorry, my brain sucks. If you have your controlled business center on one leg, that's what it's called. You can control that business center. And then you have somebody else who decides they want to work the business. The smartest thing would be to put them opposite of your controlled business center, because then you're balancing your working business center, your working coaches, which is going to allow you hopefully to get to diamond faster, because you can build your own business center. It's basically just 2 extra coaches of your own. And then you can help that coach. And I think I'm getting ahead of myself here. I think this is further down in the slides, but you can help that coach get to emerald, and that's going to help balance. So there's a little bit like of a dance in terms of like where you're putting people. Again, we can't all predict the future. Who knows if Sally says she wants to work the business and then 3 months later she decides it's not for her. Like you don't know for sure, but you can do a little bit of strategic work in thinking about what's going to help you get to diamond. Right here. So 100 personal volume in your business center. So that is stuff that you are buying, but also stuff that you are selling. So like if you have 90 PV with your Shakeology, as long as you are helping at least one person with a challenge pack or whatever, whatever's going to help you get to 100 PV in your business center. Yeah. Okay. Let me just make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Yeah. So 100 to 90 for your Shakeology, and then anything you sell. So that's your personal volume. It's what you're ordering plus what you're selling. So if you have 90 PV and you didn't sell anything that month, you could do your 90 PV from Shakeology, and then you want to order something else like Beach Bars, Energize, Refresh, whatever. Or it's the 90 PV from your Shakeology, and then you're helping somebody else with a challenge pack. So that's you're going to fulfill that requirement very easily. So why hit Diamond Coach? We talked about this with Emerald, same thing with Diamond. Credibility. I mean, Diamond's a huge goal. It's an awesome accomplishment, but it's definitely not, and you've probably heard, us talk about this in calls and stuff, like it's definitely not the end all be all. But it's exciting. It means you are moving your business forward. You are building a team. You can't possibly get to Diamond without having built some sort of a team. Clearly you have at least 8 coaches of your own. I don't care if they're your mother, your brother, your sister, your aunt, your cousin, your babysitter, whatever. You're still bringing on these people. And then you're helping. You might have one of your emeralds might be your business center, like your significant other. That's totally cool. And then you clearly have at least one other business builder, because you have one person who's getting themselves to emerald. So you're building a team. You're bringing on these people who not only want to be here for the health and the fitness and the nutrition side of things, but they're thinking of possibly taking it the next step further and, helping other people helping other people how you've helped them. So whether it's comprised of discount coaches and business builders or a combination of both, you are still building a team. You're earning credibility. Clearly you're moving your business forward. Clearly you know what you're doing, because you're not going to bring on people unless you're inviting. You're not going to bring on people unless you're sharing your journey. You're not going to be sharing your journey unless you're a product of the product. So it all flows together. It's like a domino effect. Like you're doing the things that you need to do. You're putting down those foundational skills in order to move your business forward. You get $18 a cycle. So as an emerald, when you cycle, that means the 200 points on one leg and the 100 points on the other leg, you team cycle. As an emerald, you get $14 per cycle, which doesn't sound like a lot, but think about, once you really have given yourself time to build a team and your volume is really accruing, if you cycle as an emerald 10, 15, 20, 50, 100 times a week, a month even, $18 or $14 is going to really add up. Now, if you are cycling 50 times a week or a month, that's $4 extra per cycle, which is going to add up. $18 a cycle is a lot. We have people on Team Boom who, you know, make thousands of dollars a week just from cycling. That's the residual income side of things. This has nothing to do with your commission. So $18 a cycle for the residual side of things, plus the 25% commission you're earning on, you know, every purchase or every time somebody purchases something from you. And there's team perks, you know, like if there was going to be like a team retreat or something, let me just make sure. Yeah, like if there was like a team retreat that sometimes it's for, you have to qualify as a diamond to get to it. Sometimes Team Beachbody, you know how we have the customer lead program with diamond coaches, they actually give out coaches, free lead coaches. It doesn't happen often, but it happens here and there. I've gotten a couple of free coaches, which is really cool. So there's just, you know, sometimes we have what's the word I'm looking for? I have no idea what the word is I'm looking for. Sometimes like we'll run groups to help advance our businesses, and it's like you have to at least be a diamond in order to get into the group. What's the push, like a push group? You have to be at least a diamond to get into it. So there's definitely perks to being a diamond or above. Are there any questions so far? I don't want to get ahead of myself. Okay. If you have any questions, just unmute yourself. Seriously. All right. So thinking about, okay, so this is diamond. This is why it's important. This is why, why I should get there. Now how? Like, let's talk about the how, like your game plan. What are you going to do in order to get to diamond? Now, first of all, if you are not an emerald yet, obviously that's your first big goal, is getting to emerald. In order to get to emerald, you should be signing up a controlled business center, and then you should be signing up somebody else, whether it's a discount coach, a business builder coach, somebody you know personally, somebody you don't that you've reached out to. It doesn't matter who it is. You obviously want to get to emerald, and there are a number of benefits to getting to emerald, which is a stepping stone to get to diamond, which we will talk about next week before the team call at 8:00. We'll do the push to emerald group tomorrow, next week. But getting back to diamond, you obviously want to get your 4 coaches on each leg. Emerald is a stepping stone to get there. Diamond, like I said, is getting to emerald 4 times. 1 coach on either side. 1 coach on either side, either side, either side, 4 times. So you want to get your 4 coaches, and then like I had talked about, 4 coaches is great, but you don't want to stop there. Not only do you not want to stop there because you need buffers, but obviously you don't want to stop there because then you want to continue building your team, because obviously, like I said, diamond is not the end goal here. You want to get to 1-star diamond and 2-star diamond. So you want to continue to build your team so that you are helping. So those 4 coaches on either side, one of them is an emerald, and then the idea is that one of them becomes a diamond, and you become 1-star diamond, 2-star diamond, and so forth. Help one of your working coaches hit emerald and success club. So this is assuming, like I said before, that one of these is your controlled business center, like your significant other, your mom, your sister, somebody you trust, somebody who's going to give you the money that you earn through their business account. And the other person is one working coach. So we're saying you want to get your 4 coaches on either side, help this one working coach get to emerald. So help them help their people. Your job starts when you bring on that person. Your job is to help them and to lead them and to mentor them. So you want to get them on the push to emerald call. You want to get a starting right call with them. You want to send them the welcome email. You want to help mentor them, and your coach will help you help them. And then you want to get your controlled business center to emerald. So whether it's like your significant other and they're going to help you with their business, or you're just kind of taking over, even though you're not really supposed to do that. You're kind of taking over their business and putting your own people underneath them, which is, you know, what many people do. And, you know, backing up there, in order to add those coaches, you know how to do that. You know, it starts with, like I had talked about, being a product of the product, showing up on social media, being consistent, being real and honest, and inviting, like inviting to be a coach. But mostly, for me personally, I mostly invite to the challenge group. And then I find that my best coaches have started as challengers first. You invite them to the challenge group, you put them in your challenge group. That's where your job starts. You give them the best experience ever. Like Pat says, hashtag 5 best friends, because if you have 5 new best friends every month, that's SC10. You're giving them the best experience so that they get the best results. They're living their happiest, healthiest life. And then they want to go on and pay it forward. So then that's how you're bringing on coaches. And remember, those 4 coaches on either side, one of them has to be working. The other 3 can be discount coaches. Obviously, the more builders you have, the better, but they don't have to be. So what comes after Diamond? Like I said, for the umpteenth time, Diamond is not the end goal. 2-star Diamond is really where things start to get really fun. So after Diamond, you're developing those leaders of your own. So maybe your controlled business center and 1 working coach is going to help get you to Diamond. But by the time you get there, maybe you have somebody else who's kind of come out of the woodwork. Like Sally said, you know, I don't want to work the business. I just want to get the discount on Shakeology. And then after she's been watching you for a while, because you're consistent and because you're continuing to show up and you're a product of the product, she's saying to herself, like, hey, look, you know, if Brooke can do this, like, I wonder if I can do this too. So maybe Sally comes up. Maybe by the time you get to Diamond, you've added a buffer here who is like, you know what, I'm ready to run. I want the discount, but I also want a coach, which is exactly what I did to Annie. You know, so you're creating these leaders on your team. You're starting to develop leaders of your own. Once you have a Diamond, so, you know, we're going from emerald, 1 emerald on either leg, plus the other 3 coaches, to a Diamond on either leg. They have to be opposite. So in order to qualify as a 2-star Diamond, you have to have 1 diamond on your left leg and 1 diamond on your right leg. You are not technically a 2-star Diamond if you have both of the diamonds on your left leg or both of them on your right leg. It has to be 1 and 1. That's the rule. So again, you want to be a little strategic of where you're placing your people. If you know, as far as you can, because people are going to change their mind, people are going to flake off, that sort of thing. But once you have 1 on either leg, you're considered a 2-star Diamond. Once you're a 2-star Diamond, you get to open up a second business center. Beachbody allows you to basically clone yourself. They let you open up another one of your own business centers. So I am a lifetime 2-star. So now I technically have 3 business centers. So I have myself, I have my husband, who I signed up as my controlled business center, the very first person on my weak leg. And then under his weak leg, I've put my second business center. And I'm not going to go into too much detail because I don't want to overwhelm you. I just want you to know that there is so much potential for you in this business. Beachbody has done such an incredible job. I think they do an awesome job making sure that we work for it. You know, like, you can't just come into this business and things are handed to you, or you can't just like live off of your personally sponsored coach's activity. Like, you have to put some skin in the game. That's why we have the weak leg and the strong leg. That's why you have to have 1 diamond on either side. You know, like they do it well, but in return, there are so many benefits to this business. Like, there's so much potential in terms of like rank advancement and earning potential. It's incredible. So basically I now have 3 business centers. So every time I check my income every Thursday, I have 3 accounts to look at: my first business center, my husband, and my second business center. And that's really where the earning potential really goes up from there. So obviously you're going to be making more money if you have more business centers. Once you are, I think the qualifications are a 1-star Diamond. There's another part. Do you know it, Christina? for the new leadership NLC? It's a 1-star diamond, and
I think a certain number of elite points.
is it?
I forget. I think. I want to say some. I'll look it up quick.
So once you are 1-star, maybe I have it here. No, I don't. I only have 1-star diamond. Once you've hit 1-star and something else, you get invited to the new leadership conference, which is basically like the elite coaches, but it's for, kind of newbies. I went, I think February would be 2 years ago. I went. It's in LA. It's at like the Beachbody headquarters. You get to take a tour of it. It's all paid for except for your airfare. You stay 2 nights. They pay for all your food and stuff. There's awesome events. You get to mingle and connect with other coaches who are kind of in the same spot in their business as you are. You get to meet like Michael Neiman. You get to meet all of the the people behind the scenes in Beachbody, and it's just a really neat opportunity. So it's definitely something to strive for, to be invited to that conference.
10 leadership points. That's it.
What is it?
Just 10 leadership.
Oh, which is totally doable.
Yeah.
And then it's every February. So I think you need to qualify by the end of that's what it was. When I went, it was 2-star diamond, and you have to hold it for 6 weeks. So once you hit 1-star, now it's only 1-star now, but once you hit 1-star, it's not just, okay, now I'm a 1-star. Once you hit 1-star, you actually have to hold it for 6 weeks. Diamond, you don't have to hold. Once you're a diamond, you're a diamond. Awesome. Once you're a star diamond, 1, 2, 10, 15, you have to hold it for 6 weeks. There's a 6-week holding period. So in order to qualify for NLC, just to show you, for example, you have to go backwards. So, and I made it by the skin of my teeth. So the last Thursday of the year is the 26th. So you'd have to hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you'd have to qualify by November 14th and hold it for 6 weeks, because then you would have made it, and then you're invited for that coming February. And I made it like December 28th was like my 6th week, and I made it, and I went like 6 weeks later. It was really fun. So just know that too, just NLC or otherwise, you have to, once you're a 1-star or above, you have to hold it for 6 weeks. All right, I'm ready. Now what? So like, what are you going to do? It's kind of is a continuation of, your game plan. Stay accountable. Where are you at right now in your business? Think about it. Like, really, where are you at right now? Where do you want to be? Like, are you where you want to be in your business at this very moment? If you're not, like, what are you doing about it? Not to say that you're not doing anything about it. I'm just in general, like, what are you doing about it? Like, what's the game plan? What is your action plan? Maybe you're continuing on the path that you're already on because it's working. You're just not quite there yet. That's totally cool. Or reflect for a second and think about if there's something you could be or should be doing differently. And reach out to the team if you need help, if you need support, if you need feedback on what you could be or should be doing differently. Like, that's what we're here for. We're here to help you. Set a goal and then 10x it. So if you've been sending 5 invites a day, maybe not 10x it, but maybe you want to, double that. If you're not where you want to be, you have to make some changes. If you're not where you want to be, then doing what you're doing now isn't going to change anything. So, I remember a while back, I was kind of settling for like 10 invites a day. This was before I was pregnant. And then I was like, you know what? Like, I have way bigger goals than this. And that's when I started doing like 20 invites a day. So just, and everybody's different, but think about where you're at, think about where you want to be, and think about what you could be doing differently to help get you there. Not only get you there, but get you there faster too, if that's your goal. Learn to love the hustle, the dream. I love this business. I love this job. I love working. It's like a little sick sometimes. I have taken no time off since having my baby. Not to say that that's what you need to do, but love, fall in love with the hustle, fall in love with your dreams, fall in love with doing whatever it takes to get there. I love what Pat said once, that it will always stick with me. He said, if you're not having fun in this business, then you're doing something wrong. And I actually really do have fun. Like, I love connecting with people. I love connecting with you guys. I love connecting with prospects. I love having a goal. I love like using my brain and just figure out what it is about this business that you love, like what keeps you here, what keeps you going, and fall in love with it and just keep hustling, because It's not going to happen overnight, but as long as you stay consistent and as long as you don't go anywhere, your success in this business is inevitable. I promise. Understand that you're not working for a goal. You're working for freedom. I could go on and on about the word freedom. This is where the team Liberate has stemmed from. Like, this business will allow you whatever freedom you're looking for in your life. Obviously, freedom means different things to different people. To Pat, it means, you know, he always talks about how in accounting, he was never able to take off certain times of the year to go away. And he clearly loves to travel. So that's freedom to him. Freedom to me is staying home with my kids, but having the means to do so, because we couldn't otherwise just have me not work. So whatever freedom means to you, know that that's what you're working for. That's your goal. Like, that is your goal. Freedom is your goal. Whatever freedom means to you, being able to spend more time with your kids, being able to volunteer more, travel more, whatever, that's what you're working for. And Diamond is just a stepping stone to get you to that freedom, to get you to your goal. I think that's it. Any questions? No? If you think of anything, you know where to find me.
You rocked your first call back.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
On that note, we're going to go, I hope you guys will join us. We're going to go invite like a boss. So especially to start, I love doing this to start the month off. Like, I want just to share a couple invite examples and then just invite like it's nobody's business. So I'm going to hop off, let this load for a hot second, and then I'll send the link again for the invite sesh. Okay? Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Brooke.
Bye, guys.